Good evening. Out getting a Rucking. So I think that works. This is a general way. Staying fit. Right now at 49. Today I missed a half marathon, the local one I had signed up for, but that's all right. Could I have run it? Yes. Would it have had a cost? Yes. I would have been very sore for a couple of days. Yeah, could have been an injury. You never know. Half marathons are pretty long. So I'm thinking now, as a 49-year-old, what do I want out of my exercise for the most longevity? So Rucking is good for the cardiovascular system. And Rucking, very simply, throwing weight into a backpack. I think I have just under 35 pounds currently. It causes you to hold your shoulders up, keep your core firm and strong, and it's a lightweight, high repetition, but it's still overall strength training. You know, I also do some lifting, and so how much running, how much jogging, how far do I feel like I ought to be able to jog? I mean, I can do a half marathon. I trained up for a marathon back in 22, you know? So I know I can do that, but there's a cost, right? I had injuries I carried with myself for a long time after the marathon. I ran a mountain half marathon in July, and yeah, there were that was pretty tough. That was tougher than any half marathon I had done. Almost as hard as a marathon. You know, but I pushed through, got it done. Didn't get eaten by bears. Didn't even see the rattlesnake that was on the course that other runners saw, which is kind of scary. But, you know, that I guess was my peak. If you just look at what I did, it was hard this year. Funny thing is, this year I didn't do any races that have medals. Even this half marathon has medals, but you have to sign up for it by a certain time and really and sign up for the medal and stuff. I did not sign up for the medal. I knew that I might do it whenever we couldn't make the 6-hour thing in Philadelphia, well, in New Jersey. Yeah, here's a dog. Hey Doug, how are you doing? I'm just walking here. Yeah, I hear you. So how much jogging really does a 49-year-old be able to do? If I can run 5Ks until I'm 100, that'd be wonderful, right? You know? So I ran 4-miler yesterday. Nice easy jog, but you know, I could do it. I had a lot more in me. I could have doubled that and done 8. Probably could have done 10 if I'd have wanted to, but I still hadn't decided whether I was going to do the half marathon or not. But just, if I'm going to follow my principles, right? I think if I'm exercising for longevity, for well-being, for health, and not necessarily to be like a super fitness nut, right? You know, to be the best runner I could be, or to play another sport really well, you know, but to be able to live my life, to be able to go and, you know, take some ski lessons maybe this year. I don't know. I never skied. Well, I did a little bit in high school, but that was like just gym, right? And it wasn't very much. And it was, I don't know that I know I remember any of it, but just to have the strength, right? The body strength to be able to do this stuff that might be fun to do, to be able to go out for a hike and even get lost in the woods and find your way back without running out of strength, or, you know, or cardiovascular strength, right? To make your way back without suffering too much. You know, these are things I think it's important to do. You know, I dance a lot with my students, especially the 5th and 6th graders. So being able to do that well as I go, you know, pretty soon I'll be 50, coming up in March, you know, going into another decade, a decade when most teachers retire. I don't know that I will, probably not retire, maybe not in my 50s. Well, if I do, it's not gonna be retire. It would be maybe when I'm in my mid-50s, going to, you know, back to a university or something would be an idea. You know, you never know. But I have no intention of retiring. I could stay in this job for a long time. Love the students. Even the challenging ones are in their heart good, right? You know, they just have challenging days like I do, like everybody does, right? So I don't know, I got a grip on this job and I kind of enjoy it. Gonna have a student teacher coming up in January. That should be fun. First time I've ever had a student teacher. Yeah, so it's good. Oh, look at all these crows. They must be chasing them off of campus. That's a whole murder of them. Tennis. I never really played tennis. What if I wanted to take tennis lessons? That's what my exercise has got to do. Not necessarily get me to a half marathon or a marathon, but I can go and do things, whatever I become interested in. I'm actually looking at the snow over on Tussey Mountain over there, and I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool to take some skiing lessons? You know, to learn how to do that. That could be fun. Don't know how much it costs, but you know, that would be fun to try this year. I don't know, we'll see, right? So, like I said on my run vlog a couple months ago, right? You know, I was thinking about how to change things up. I've been doing a lot more, hey there squirrel. Been doing a lot more reading my Bible. Been working on my philosophical work in my field. You know, I have wide and varied interests. So I just want to keep them going. Yeah, so ultimately we want to, you know, be fit, right? But we also want to be saints, right? And we want to be sages, and we want to be really good at our work, right? Just in general. Somebody's playing golf over there, it sounds like. You know, lots we want to do. And it's better to live a varied and interesting life. At least right now, that's what I'm thinking. That's where I am. How about you? Question of the day. What do you think? I'm thinking 5Ks and 10Ks are enough for running. And this other stuff is good too. What are you thinking? Well, it's a half hour. Time to spin around, head on back. Mind, body, and spirit.